now?
Here.
Check that everything is working. Looks alright. Already many people here. How are you doing, everybody? Welcome to
Hey,
welcome to this Halal A&R Sessions. My name is Moscoman. If you don't know already, it's okay if you don't. This is Rebo, Mauricio, all the way straight from. Where do you live in Jalapa? Where do you live in Mexico?
yeah, the nearest town is Jalapa. I
Yeah.
live in the countryside out of this town, back to the woods. The
State or what is it?
the state is called Veracruz, and it's by the Gulf of Mexico. It's at the same latitude that Mexico City, but east. And so yeah, I'm there. And the area here is called Pitaya, and yeah, it's a beautiful place. Actually, where I grew up, and then after being more than 20 years out of here, I just came back 2 years ago when I finished building the
Your
house, and
your dream home?
yeah, exactly. And so yeah, I decided to come back here.
Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. 20 years is a long time. When did you leave Mexico first?
First I left to Monterrey here in Mexico, but in
Okay,
the
yeah.
north. I went for the university, and after that I was in Playa del Carmen, where I was a resident at Santanera, and I started yeah, like being full time in this music thing. And afterwards, in 2008, I started to going to Europe more often, and then at some point that was already, yeah, I basically moved to Cologne around 2009. I was kind of blurry those years because I was just going like 3 times a year, but for long periods. So at some point I was doing half and half, then full time Cologne, then Paris, then Amsterdam, then back here. But yeah, so in Europe I was living basically around 10 years, kind of,
Yeah.
and yeah, at some point I was a little bit done with small apartments and
European
yeah,
hospitality.
a little bit. And anyway, because of our job, I still have to go there. I mean,
Yeah.
in normal conditions, not talking about 2020, of course, but I still have to go there every summer for long periods and stuff. So, and I just didn't need to be over there as a base. I
Okay.
didn't need to live in a big city anymore, or to be in a music capital all the time to do my job. So I decided to move back here to have a more relaxed lifestyle in the during the weeks, and then
Hmm.
be cosmopolitan on the weekends again.
Yeah, go crazy on the weekend.
Exactly.
But do you feel like first of all, thank you everybody for sending all the stuff. We'll get to the music, your music in a bit, and keep sending stuff, and we're here for I don't know as much as Rebo feels like it. I'm always. They know that I have the energy to listen to a lot of shit. Um, what's up, White Square? What's up, everybody? Sorry, there's a chat. I keep talking to the chat. That's the part of the things, but I want to talk to you now a little bit more. You feel like it's over this kind of need to be in a certain place? Because I remember when I was moving to Berlin,
Mhm.
because I was like, I need to be closer to the tap. I need to drink the freshest water. Like being when
Yeah,
I was at an old age, being closer to the river. To get the water, the cleanest water.
of course. Yeah, this I can, this I totally understand. I think at some, I mean, it's always useful to be close to the scene for sure. But at some point, I think you can just do whatever you want. For example, me, in my personal case, when I felt that I had the need to move, a little bit closer to the scene, I chose Cologne because my first releases were on Comeme. So, and my closest circle of friends were the people of, I mean, there still are the people from Compact.
Yeah.
So I started just visiting them, and I was always happy to visit their record shop and to go to the offices and all these things. And
Yeah.
at some
To take
point,
that picture, that famous picture outside
exact
the outside the sign.
exactly,
That
yeah,
was the dream to get to Cologne to take that picture. I remember I
exactly.
still have this picture somewhere. I was like,
Yes, of
I was
course.
here, and they're so nice. I'll give that to them. They're
Eh,
super open,
It's
and it's the
it's a
opposite of Berlin in the
exactly
kind of vibe. This kind of German vibe. It's the opposite of Berlin. This kind of welcoming. Come in. They showed me the offices.
yeah,
I met Michael for the first time. Coming to the show also next year, and
yeah,
super,
yeah.
super, super, and you don't expect it. So I can understand. I wish
They're the
if I had
sweetest.
something, yeah, I wish if something I asked that, myself, I wish I'd moved to Cologne. I don't know how my life would have been, but I would imagine if I was living in Cologne, I must have had a nicer. I would be less angry as I am here because it's a very kind of greedy. Berlin is a very kind of
Probably. Yeah, I can imagine.
hard
I never
to
lived in
please.
Berlin, so I couldn't say. But yeah,
Never heard
Cologne was
one
always
person
super
that said
warm.
something good about Berlin.
I'm sorry.
Maybe I'm saying I never heard one person that said there's a lot of good things, but never anybody be like, "Oh, I miss living in Berlin." I never heard it. And a lot of people that I know left.
Yeah, I mean, but for many people, I mean, it's a dream to go there. Like so many people idealize Berlin in such a way. I never really got it. I mean, I
Yeah.
understand when you want to do it in the music thing or whatever,
It's
but
like high school, a little bit. It's like high
yeah,
school,
kind of.
everybody, and you want to be the cool kid, and then after a while you get over high school and it's like, I was such an idiot in high school. Why did I waste my time trying to make people like me and whatever? And
Exactly.
you can live in Cologne and do like you guys did, and live the coolest, kind of doing whatever you want and not trying to keep up with all the bullshit that comes here.
Yeah, could be. I think it was also part of the influence of the people I was hanging around. I mean, I felt so comfortable with the compact guys, which are so laid back and so into their own thing, and never really interested in following trends. More talking about the music, but at the personal side, they are also kind of beautiful people. So I felt welcome right away, and in this process of going to visit them and stuff, Axel, super pitcher, my partner at Pachanga,
Yeah,
he offered me to stay at his place. At this point, we were already friends for like 4 years, like good friends, but Pachanga was not in the map, was nowhere. Like, I mean, it was never an idea, it just happened. So in this
yeah,
process, when I was staying with him, and I was very fresh in the production thing, because, as you might know, I started as a DJ, and I was a very, very, very happy DJ without producing, until I
yeah.
ran out of music to play and to express what I wanted to
In your
express.
style, yeah,
Exactly. So that's when I started to try, in a very primitive way, to to produce.
yeah,
But yeah, so at that point, I was staying with Axel, and he was finishing his second album, Kilimanjaro, at that point. And he was like, hey, would you mind coming to the studio with me, so you can give me your opinion, and you can and we can record some vocals, and you can help me with the final decisions. So for me, that was like it was so early in my producing days, that for me was a major thing to suddenly be going to the compact studios every day for so many hours, working on an album of one of my influences, one of my kind of heroes in a way. So for me, it
yeah,
was like super great moment. So for me, at that point, Cologne was the place to be, and I was enjoying so much, and I felt like really part of the family, which I still feel like. And so yeah, for me, at that point, it was Berlin. No, I'm sorry, it was
yeah.
Cologne. And yeah, those years, it was important for me to be around
Yeah,
that that group, and that scene and stuff. And it was for me also, also for my for my DJ career, it was important to be close by the places where my music was being listened to in order to be invited to play. So because
Yeah.
at the moment the Mexico was, scene was not developed enough, and it was just in a couple of cities, so it didn't really make sense to for me to be here. But then when you reach a certain level, you know, you don't really, yeah, you don't really need
You
to
don't have
be
time. Let's say it like that. Like
on
you
a
don't
techno
have time.
capital, as they call them.
Yeah. Yeah, and also I feel like you don't have the time to spend with people anyway during the week, or
Exactly.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
everywhere all the time, so it's like it doesn't. You tell yourself it doesn't matter. In this
Exactly.
point, if something showed in this COVID time, that's like, wow, it matters so much where you live. This kind of vibe.
Totally. I was so thankful to be here. To be honest, I was like, okay, this was definitely the right move. If I would have yeah,
Yeah, I can.
for me, it made things way easier. Thank God.
And we did like a trip. We went to Miami when it
Mm.
started. We were in Japan. We came here, and then we went to Miami. We said, okay, whatever. At least it's gonna take a while till it gets there. This
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
when
But
Europe
it's
was big, and so it's gonna take
it's
a while. There's gonna be some music conference, whatever. Let's get some money, because I was like, let's get
yeah.
some money before shit is closing. And then, yeah, it didn't happen. We didn't get money, but I have to say that now we're going into lockdown here in Berlin, and I'm mega upset about it, as opposed to how I felt like when I was in the US. It's like
Yeah,
it's so difficult to
yeah,
be in this kind
totally.
of dark kind of when there's okay. I don't mind to be isolated. I feel like I'm isolated most of this life, anyway,
Mhm.
between trips and this kind of things. But I don't know. I feel like maybe it will maybe it will need to be important again after the corona, to go and build again these relationships with people, and start all over again, with the
Yeah.
with the career. Want to hear the first track?
Yes.